So, a quick warm up. I'm going to talk and we're going to warm up at the same time. Reach, just get as tall as possible. Don't worry about form, just get as tall as you can. So if your refrigerator is here, you're trying to find it, and then just drop, let it go. You do about 5 to 10 of those. So big reach, maximal tension, hold, and then, and so I'm not actively dropping my arms, I'm just kind of relinquishing control of them and letting them drop as they need to. We'll talk a little bit more about what tension means in the handstand. There's a lot of ways to think about it, so I'm not going to say that my way is right. I'm not going to say somebody else's way is wrong. If it works for you, then it's a good method. Doesn't matter if you have a banana back, doesn't matter if you squeeze your glutes or your abs or not. If you're doing a handstand and it doesn't cause you pain or stress, you're doing a good job. Then we're going to do one arm at a time. So one arm goes up, other arm goes down. So try to get taller with one arm than you could on two. We'll talk about this maybe a little bit more in the second class, but this is like, okay, so the top of the fridge, but I need to reach a little bit more. And you should feel, so I can feel the traps working in that top hand and the lats and the pecs in the bottom hand. If you want to make it a little bit more fancy, you can go internal rotation up and then external rotation down. What was I saying? Something, oh yeah, there's no right technique. It doesn't exist. Everybody is different, so for me to say that there's a right technique for everybody, it's, I don't know, a little bit ahead of myself. We're going to do just small pulses. But there are certain concepts that you want to address. One of the big ones, we're going to do circles as well. Pulses, circles. Try to keep the thumbs pointed back. Try to keep the elbows straight. Same thing at 45 degrees. So the main thing, there are certain concepts you need to address. One of the big ones is making sure you're good for the long term. So there's a technique that you want to help you with the long-term skills. If you want to learn fancier moves later on, also to prevent injury in the future. Most injuries in handstand, very rarely they're going to be acute, like, oh, I fell too much on my hand. Because the movements are pretty slow, but you're going to see injuries over a long term. Like, for example, somebody does a handstand in a planche position, they're always leaning on their wrist. It doesn't hurt them for one session. Maybe it doesn't hurt for a couple months, and then it starts to catch up. So that's another thing that you have to be aware of. And who knows, maybe you'll just get strong enough to adapt and it doesn't matter. But that's on you. That's something you have to know as an individual. And that's a big part of it is learning your own process and not relying on somebody else to tell you this is what you need to do. Take the concept, apply it to yourself. If I get too philosophical, let me know. I might. There's a chance. We're going to do arm circles, forwards and backwards. We're going to do 3 variations. So first variation, nothing else moves. Body stays completely still. If you have a certain certification in fitness, what they call these CARs, if you don't have that certification, they're called arm circles, such as life. Second variation is you let the body rotate. So you get a bigger circle, but you're not as strict. Right, let the rotation happen, because it's good to know. Some things you want to do strict. Some things, it's good to know how smart your body is in creating this movement and reaching that goal. And then the third one is a little bit more abstract, kind of modern dancey. You're going to make as big of a circle as possible by reaching and bending and contorting your body, if that makes sense. So this one is maximal movement. And then the first one is only isolating the shoulder. Just a few each side. You can look if you want to have the, what do you call it, vestibular, it's a fancy word. You can look at the hand the whole time, or you can not look at the hand. But yeah, 3 variations, as many as you want to do. First one, completely strict, nothing moves. Second one, allow a little bit of movement, but kind of stay planted, stay rigid. And then third, big movement, big reach, whatever you want to do. Yeah, shoulders are important. So, you know, you're going to have on the internet those little charts with the arrows in the handstand that say hands engaged, elbows straight, shoulders pushed, abs flexed, glutes, whatever. There's only 2 things that actually matter in your handstand. So your shoulders and your wrists are the only 2 things that are actually going to hold you up. Everything else is like, I'm not saying it's not important, but what I see a lot of, because I'm going to I'm going to get into the difference between doing handstand as a handstand versus handstand as a gymnast. And there's a lot of confusion, I think, between those cues. If you're not a competitive gymnast, you don't need to follow all of the things that they do because they do it for a very specific reason. Let's do elbows. So we're going to just straighten the elbows really hard. And then we're going to flex the elbows a few times. Can do a bit of, this is one of my favorite movements for the elbows. You're kind of like skipping a stone, but the force goes in the elbow. So you feel this reverberation of your bicep. Gymnastics, right. So gymnastics, number one, it's taught to kids who are naturally loose and floppy. So when they say to squeeze everything, part of that is because kids want to do this, and it's really hard to get them, so that they sometimes hit them, sometimes they do whatever they need to, depending on the country, depending on Russia, China, Eastern Europe. There's no participation trophies over there. So. But the point is kids are floppy, so they make them squeeze everything really hard. Second is gymnastics skills. They don't really hold the handstand. If they do, it's only for 2 seconds in a routine. So because they're not holding for a long time and gymnastics routines, so we're gonna do closing the hands and then just rolling around. So I'm keeping the connection between my wrists and just rolling. Where was I? Oh yeah, my thoughts are traveling faster than my mouth. Right, so gymnastics skills are dynamic, and a lot of times they happen with a force greater than body weight. Like if I'm standing right now, static load, I weigh, 170, something like that. So the force on my legs, my ankles, whatever, all of that is 170. If I do this, there's a moment where the force is a lot greater than 170. If I jump higher, or if I do this, the force is even more. So the point is the tension in my body when that force hits whatever several times body weight, it's not 170, so I have to squeeze in order to protect myself from that. So the point is if you're doing just static handstands, you don't have to have that crazy body tension. What was the last thing we're doing? Let's do this one. You don't have to have that crazy body tension. The concept is going to apply more once we start to do the practice because the force is your body weight. Gymnasts are taught to squeeze because they go through a handstand with a lot of force, and they have to not only protect themselves from injury, but they also have to transfer force. So this idea of squeezing everything, I don't think it's necessary. I think for me, and again, not the right way, just my way, my preference, is about selective tension. So the point I was trying to make, the only actual tension you need in a handstand is here. It's in the shoulders, because that's what actually holds you. Everything else, it's not going to help that much. And if you think that squeezing your glutes is going to help you hold your handstand longer, I'm going to debunk that myth. It's a lie. You watched too many Instagram feed videos where they're throwing information at you real fast, but you can't really remember it. But nobody watches long videos, so it's... Oh yeah, we're just moving around. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was filmed at a live workshop, which is always a great experience, both for myself and for students. And when I traveled and taught workshops, I did that for years all over the world, I mostly taught adults, and the thing is, a lot of these adults weren't gymnasts or professional athletes. They were just regular people who wanted to learn the skill and have fun doing it. And that's one thing I want to bring in more, is that adults are so stuck in themselves. They see somebody do a handstand, they, oh, it's not for me, it's for kids. No, it's for you. I want to get more people moving and more people enjoying this idea of learning skills. It's not that you have to do a handstand, it's just that it's a cool skill to learn. It teaches you a lot about yourself, it teaches you body awareness, and it's very accessible. You can do it with no equipment, you can train on your own, you just have to be consistent. And what also helps, because it can be frustrating, is actually getting some guidance and knowing what you should be working on. So that's where I would recommend checking out my online learning community, school.com/handstand. I have professionally filmed and edited handstand courses you won't find anywhere else. Also programming guidance, because a lot of people do struggle with that. Programming for a skill like a handstand is not the same as programming a strength workout, so you have to understand that. Then, of course, personal feedback is important, so you can post videos and get feedback and guidance from myself and others in the community. We also do monthly workshops, question and answer sessions, deep dives on specific topics so that everyone can
learn and get a better understanding of sometimes the skill, the handstand, sometimes an element of that, sometimes like a tangent side quest, like we recently did the elbow lever crocodile workshop. So always a deep dive, always interesting. Anyway, I hope that you're able to check it out. You can do a 7-day free trial and then figure out whether or not you like it. So the link is school.com/handstand. I hope you can check it out and hope to see you there.